Technology continues to push the boundaries of what's possible, transforming how we live, work, and play. From futuristic eyewear to robotic assistants, today's gadgets are smarter, faster, and more connected than ever before. If you're into tech that feels straight out of science fiction, hit that like button and subscribe, because this one's going to blow your mind. On June 18th, a historic shift occurred in the tech world. Nvidia briefly became the most valuable company on the planet, overtaking Microsoft, Apple, and Alphabet. Their market value hit a staggering $3.34 trillion. That's trillion, with a T. To put it into perspective, that's more than the GDP of most countries. You could literally buy the Pokemon franchise, the world's most profitable media brand, 36 times and still have money left over. That's the level we're talking about. Most people know Nvidia for one reason: graphics cards. They're the undisputed kings in that world. Gamers, creators, designers, everyone swears by Nvidia for smooth frame rates and stunning visuals. You might even be watching this video using a device powered by their GPU. But let's be clear, selling high-end graphics cards isn't enough to surpass Apple, the company that sells premium smartphones and dominates consumer tech. So how did Nvidia do it? What transformed them from a gaming hardware company into the backbone of modern computing? To get the full picture, we have to rewind to the very beginning. Nvidia was founded in 1993 by Jensen Huang, Chris Malachowski, and Curtis Preem. The story of Nvidia begins not in Silicon Valley but at a booth in a Denny's diner. That's where the three co-founders first mapped out the vision for what would become a revolutionary tech company. Back then, Jensen Huang wasn't a billionaire CEO. He was a passionate engineer and a former AMD employee who believed computer graphics could change everything. The name Nvidia itself wasn't even part of the plan initially. Most of their early project files were simply labeled "next version." When it came time to choose a name, they searched for words containing NV and stumbled on Nvidia, the Latin word for envy. That sparked the idea behind the name, the green eye logo, and clever slogans like "green with envy." That sense of boldness and edge became part of the company's DNA. Fast forward to 1999, Nvidia released the GeForce 256, the first chip ever officially marketed as a GPU or graphics processing unit. This wasn't just another chip. It was a game changer. Unlike CPUs, which could only handle one task at a time, GPUs could process thousands of tasks simultaneously using parallel computing. That made them perfect for graphics rendering, which is made up of thousands of calculations per frame. This innovation didn't just boost gaming. It redefined it. From there, Nvidia's reputation grew rapidly. Their GPUs became the go-to choice for gamers and digital creators. With each new generation, GeForce 4, GTX 1080, RTX 3090, Nvidia raised the bar. Eventually, they completely overtook their main rival, AMD, and established dominance in the graphics space. Their revenue skyrocketed. In one recent quarter, Nvidia reported $26 billion in earnings, compared to AMD's $5.5 billion. But even that wasn't the real secret behind their trillion-dollar climb. That leap came from something far more strategic: artificial intelligence. In 2006, Nvidia launched CUDA, a software platform that allowed developers to use GPU computing power for non-graphic tasks. That was the turning point. Suddenly, Nvidia's GPUs weren't just for gaming. They became essential tools for scientists, researchers, data analysts, and engineers. CUDA enabled massive parallel processing across thousands of GPU cores, speeding up complex tasks like video rendering, stock market simulations, and scientific calculations. And then came the AI boom. When companies needed hardware to train deep learning models, whether for self-driving cars, voice assistants, or recommendation engines, they turned to Nvidia. Tesla, for example, uses thousands of Nvidia chips to train its autonomous driving software. In healthcare, researchers are simulating proteins to cure diseases using Nvidia hardware. The entire field of machine learning exploded, and Nvidia was right there at the heart of it. And now, with generative AI exploding across the globe, Nvidia's GPUs have become more valuable than ever. Every image generated by AI, every chatbot reply, every voice model, it's all powered by GPUs running complex neural networks in parallel. And 9 times out of 10, those GPUs are made by Nvidia. But it's not just about the software. Nvidia's chips also power the infrastructure behind the internet. Amazon Web Services, the largest cloud provider in the world, relies heavily on Nvidia GPUs to deliver AI processing power to businesses, governments, and startups. So the next time you load a website or use a cloud-based app, Nvidia might be working in the background, making it happen. And if that wasn't enough, Nvidia executed a brilliant financial move in the form of a 10-for-1 stock split. This made each share 10 times more affordable, opening the door for new retail investors at the exact moment when AI became the hottest trend in tech. That move sent investor interest soaring, fueling their stock even further. But Nvidia's influence stretches even beyond chips and stock prices. They've positioned themselves as a platform company, building ecosystems around their products. In gaming, they power real-time ray tracing and AI upscaling. In creative industries, they enable ultra-fast rendering for movies and 3D animation. In healthcare, they simulate organs and predict disease progression. In automotive, they provide full-stack solutions for autonomous driving systems. And in education, they power AI research labs across top universities. Of course, no success story is without its bumps. Nvidia has faced criticism for the power consumption of GPUs, especially in AI training. A recent study warned that global AI operations could soon consume as much energy as a small country. And like every tech bubble, there's talk about whether the hype can last. Is AI really going to change everything? Or is it another dot-com-style boom? But Nvidia is playing the long game. They've been investing in AI since before it was trendy. And even if the pace slows, the digital transformation is already in motion. Doctors now use simulations before performing surgery. Architects test digital twins before construction. Filmmakers render in real time instead of waiting days for footage to process. And if the metaverse ever takes off, guess who will be powering it? From a Denny's diner meeting to dominating the digital frontier, Nvidia's story is more than a tale of success. It's a masterclass in timing, strategy, and staying ahead of the curve. They didn't just follow trends, they set them. And in doing so, they became one of the most important tech companies of our time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Nvidia's rise to the top, stay curious, stay inspired, and we'll see you in the next video.